guys, and welcome to Talent Talk. I'm your guest host, Chingaze. Today, we're going to be joined with Mr. Surinder Singh. He's a filmmaker. He made a 9-episode TV series called And They Occupied Me, The Punjab Files. It is a true story, and I think we're going to learn a little something. So please help me welcome Mr. Surinder Singh. Did I do it? I did it right. Look, there you are. Hello, sir.
Salam Cengiz and Sat Sri Akal to and good day to all my viewers and the viewers of Talent Talk. Thank you very much for inviting me in this prestigious show. Thank you very much.
I love it. Prestigious. We're already starting out with fibs. I like it. We're lying to each other a little bit, so you know we're in the entertainment business. No. Thank you for joining us. I know you're a very busy fellow, and you were having some meeting or something as well today. Did everything go good?
Yeah, it went well.
Okay. Good. So now, obviously, we want to talk about this new series, and we're thinking it's coming out in second week of
the June. Yeah.
Of June, next month. Lovely. It's a long title.
Yeah, long. Everybody asking how you choose this title for your TV series, and it's long. But
did you ever give them a good answer, or did you go, "Hey, it's my series. I don't care."
It relates with the story and the events. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, but before we talk about the actual series, we should give some background on this actual event, on actually Operation Blue Star, because, like, my family, half the family is from India. I talked to my uncle. He was old enough to know. He was born in 1938, 1936. I should know this. I'm a very bad nephew, but he hadn't heard of this thing. He hadn't heard of it. So, can we do a little background on the actual event?
Actually, the events that took place in 1984, June 1984, and after that, the Delhi massacre against the Sikh genocide happened in November 1984. It's seeds laying behind when at the time of partition of Punjab. I'm saying it the partition of Punjab, not saying the partition of India. Because it parted the state of Punjab.
When was that partition?
Yeah.
When was it?
It was in 1947.
So it's the same time they actually cut up. The same time the British cut up India, made Pakistan, made.
We have to say the partition of Punjab, not the partition of India, because when you see the geological, political boundaries at that time in 1947, Punjab is a different state other than India.
Okay.
So when you see the demand of Pakistan and all the things, Nehru and other Hindu leadership promised with the Sikhs to stay in India with the Hindus. Not with the Muslims in Pakistan. They promised to give all the privileges and all the freedom like other majority people in India.
But to have like a sovereign state that was like a Sikh,
sovereign.
Run.
They promised to give them that particular privileges. Everybody can, everybody enjoy in a sovereign state. But they actually they lied at that time. They don't fulfill their promise, and they breach the agreement with the Sikhs. And they gradually put more pressure on the state of Punjab and the Sikhs. And when other states like Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, they formed on the language basis, but Punjab is not formed on the language basis.
Okay.
And the Sikh started agitation for the formation of the state based on language, Punjabi. Uh, but they again in 1966 they uh, they break the state in three parts: Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, and Punjab. They make it a little tiny state
Okay.
on the basis of language.
Was
Uh,
there an exodus of
yeah,
Sikhs to those places, or I mean, they would have been fully integrated, wouldn't?
six are living in Haryana too,
Okay.
and Himachal too.
Okay.
And even 60-70% people of Haryana and Himachal, even non-Sikh people, usually speak Punjabi language,
Okay.
but they they the Indian system break the state in equal parts, three equal parts: Punjab, Haryana, and Himachal. They started. They grab all the waters from Satluj River and Beas River from Punjab.
Okay.
Even they break the rules of riparian law. They even I am saying they looted the Punjab water, all the Punjab water from Satluj by making Satluj Yamuna link and Pakhda Canal,
Okay.
and two other rivers, Ganga Nahar. We usually call that Ganga Nahar, that water going to Rajasthan and other states.
Okay. And do you
So
know who the leaders
yeah,
were of?
they try to uh, grab the natural resources of Punjab
Right.
and making Punjab and Sikh underprivileged, and yet they put the pressure like the Sikhs. They try to make Sikhs beggar
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
So, but we started agitation in 1982 uh, under the name of Dharmyut Morcha and under the banner of Akali Dal and Sant Jarnail Singh Pindrawale.
Okay.
So then police started, Indian police and Indian paramilitary forces started uh, making pressure on the the people, Sikh people, and other people who are participating in the particular agitation.
Okay. Understood.
Near about 300,000 Sikh people uh, present themselves for the mass arrest at that time in that agitation. 300,000 people.
My goodness.
Uh,
Okay. I wonder what percentage that was.
From 1982 to June 1984.
Okay.
And during that period, Indian police tortured the Sikh young men and killed them in fake encounters. Uh, num- uh, uh, the numbers are more than 25,000 during 1982 to 1984.
Okay.
When Sant Charnail Singh retaliated in that particular way of Indian system, Indian police and paramilitary forces, uh, they retaliate with the same way in same language of armed agitation.
Okay.
So, because our guru uh, ordered us to keep the faith simultaneously in arms, and we usually pray the arms, and
Sorry.
then
Say that again. You usually say that
usually pray the arms
you pray the
simultaneously
arms.
with the God, one God, Vaheguru,
Okay. Okay.
and we have the same faith in arms.
I see. Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Okay.
so
Um.
then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi and his political cabinet, her cabinet ordered to attack the Golden Temple to kill all the followers of Sant Jarnail Singh Pindrawale and Sant Jarnail Singh.
Okay.
Uh,
The leader. There were two.
it started on June 1st.
Mhm.
Uh, so time is the same. We are very near to June 1st, and it ended on June 8th. 1984. It
Okay. For some reason, I thought it was 10 days. I thought it was a
yeah,
10-day thing, but
almost 10 days.
almost 10 days. Okay.
Yeah. So I just try to tell the people what happened behind the doors, how they planned to uh, kill the Sikh sovereignty and the Sikh faith,
Right.
and to crush the Sikh desire to rule of the truth,
Okay.
to
Okay.
rule the state, their desire to rule the sovereign state, their demand to kill their demand.
Understood.
So
I wonder
yeah,
if they had a plan to put in some type of leadership that was a little bit more,
it's
faithful to
more
the,
than that. They
or,
just they don't just try to kill any religious leader or any armed struggle.
hmm,
They It's more than that.
okay.
They try to kill our faith. They try to kill our desire to rule. They try or kill our inner sovereignty, which is flowing in our blood,
Hmm.
which is flowing in our blood, which is uh, sh- you can see on our head. It's turban.
Hmm.
It's not just like a 6 meter, 7 meter piece of cloth.
Okay.
It's like a crown for us.
Okay.
Uh, at that time, I was studying in class ninth. I
Okay.
was wearing a turban,
Hmm.
just going to school on my bicycle,
Right.
and they just grabbed me. A police gypsy uh, crossed me, and they stopped in front of me, and some 7, 8 police personnel came out of the gypsy, and they grabbed me, and they falsely implicated me, and put me in jail. I
Now,
spent 4 or 5 years in jail. Then I uh, passed my all graduation course in the jail at that time. So I
jail.
learned a lot of things in jail, and
Okay.
how uh, at that time some old men, old Sikh men, young men, and even the women
Mhm.
tortured by the police, and I learned a lot.
How old were you
So
when you went in? How old were you when you went in?
I was
Thirteen,
in
14?
1984, end of 1984. Police arrested me from Patiala when I
Right.
was going to.
How old were you? How old were you?
I was 14 and a half,
14
just
and a half.
14 and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a kid. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
So all this is we are talking about, and they occupied me
Right.
as
I was gonna ask the series, does it I know it starts before June 1st. I know the
Mhm.
series is leading up to, correct? The series is
Yeah, yeah,
showing some
exactly.
backstory, but does it also show the event? And does it go further? Like, what is the timeline of the series? If you can say that, if you can tell me that.
It's started with the uh, uh, I'm portraying a very critical and important role in the series uh, as a protagonist. Uh, so I it started with May
Mhm.
1st, May 1984.
Okay.
Uh, Prime Minister holding a meeting
Oh, I think we lost you for a second there. You're frozen up. Um, maybe it's maybe an election or something. Anyway, let me see. We have lost you. Oh dear. Anyway, Surinder, if you can hear me, check your internet connection. Now, I've done some research, so maybe I'm going to talk for a minute about this, and hopefully you will come join us. Um, growing up, this is so stupid. I actually thought Indira Gandhi was actually related to Gandhi, who we know, Mahatma Gandhi. How stupid is that? I didn't realize she was Nehru's daughter.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
married a guy whose name
yeah.
wasn't even Gandhi. It was, I mean, spelled differently. He changed it because he
Yeah,
liked Gandhi so much.
changed her surname.
That's
Mahatma
right.
Gandhi given his surname to Indira Gandhi because Firoz
The
is
Feroz is the
a
son.
Muslim guy. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
And
Her
his.
husband, Indira Gandhi's husband, Firoz Khan,
Mhm.
is a Muslim guy.
Okay,
But
yeah, I didn't know that. I just know that that family ran India for so long because then the son also did maybe 5 years, 6 years.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
you know, we will get back to that though because obviously her actions in this I don't know what we call it an event. I don't know what you call it. The Operation Blue Star, but
Yeah. Actually, according to the when you go to the doctor and you have something like gangrene or something like
uh,
uh,
it's a
bad injured,
surgical getting
then
rid of. It's a limb.
they
There.
call it operation,
Okay.
surgery operation.
Okay.
Yeah, usually.
Okay.
So Indian system and Indian media portrayed it as an operation
Right.
to to do the good thing for their people, for their nation state, for
Yeah.
Indian
Okay.
state.
Right.
But it's a massacre and genocide event for the Sikhs. We
Hmm.
usually call it Sikh genocide.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. That's what you. Okay.
we don't take it as a Operation Blue Star. We
Understood. It is.
we usually remember it as a Sikh genocide, June 1984. We
Okay.
usually uh, say as slogan, "Never forget 1984."
Okay.
When you put Google search engine, never forget 1984, you get all the uh,
Okay.
things and all the information about this massacre.
I do find it interesting to hear both sides of a thing and what they call the thing. Do you know what I mean? Like if you were to talk to a Palestinian, he'd say, "There's a wall. There's a wall here now, a 40
Yeah,
foot wall or a 60-foot
yeah,
wall." And if you
yeah.
talk to an Israeli, he'd be like, "There's a fence, a
Friends,
security
yeah,
fence." Like, all right,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
interesting. So, operation or actually
So
genocide.
intelligence department of Indian state like research and analysis wing raw
Mhm.
and uh, intelligence bureau and most of that the third agency formed by former raw chief RN Cow. They are planning it to teach the lesson to Sikh people for the cause of they want it very clearly.
Mhm.
The Sikh people should not protest or make any movement against the Indian government for their rights, even fundamental rights. They
Right,
want to teach the lesson to the
right,
Sikhs. Yeah.
right.
So they are planning a big like that to teach the lesson.
Exactly. A
So
large scale
simultaneously,
event.
when Prime Minister Indira Gandhi uh, hold the meetings with her cabinet, with her intelligence guys,
Mhm.
uh, they uh, parallelly make a movement to defame the Sikhs by killing the Hindus by unknown persons in Punjab, and they put the blame on the Sikhs that Sikhs are terrorists.
Sure.
They make a movement in all over India against the Sikhs for
Okay.
portraying Sikhs as terrorists.
There's a
So
there's standard operations, and it's not an Indian thing. It's a government thing, where if
government
you
thing.
need to control a certain group of people, you can try and put them in a place. I mean, we're in Canada right now. It's a pretty relaxed place. It's definitely multicultural, but it doesn't take any scratching at the surface to see what we did to the native people who
Mhm,
lived here. It
mhm.
like takes
Yeah, yeah,
no
like
you
same
don't
like
have to
that.
do any research about
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
so it's just a thing. It's a thing. It's a power thing. It's a power thing. I can't say it's a white thing. I think it's a government power thing. But anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
so
It's a system working like that.
exactly. So
Yeah.
now you are not in. India anymore. You are in where are you now? Right now,
I am in US
you're
and
in U.S.
Arizona.
Okay,
Yeah,
Arizona. Okay,
you can
so you like
say
the heat.
I.
You like the heat. But it's dry, right? It's
Yeah,
dry,
very
not
dry
windy.
weather, and I liked it. And people like me liked it dry weather. It's because uh, after the police torture,
Hmm.
when you live in cold weather or something like near the sea or in humidity, you
Hmm.
can feel the pain even whole of your life in joints.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay in dry weather like in Arizona.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Horrible, but interesting. So how difficult? So first, how many years did you work on trying to get this project made?
Actually, it started with the 20 years ago when uh, I watched some Hollywood TV series portraying like uh, uh, the voice of the people who were occupied whatever wherever they live in the world.
Okay.
I watched some uh, TV shows, and later I watched some. I don't name particular series. I watched
Okay.
some uh, super TV shows, and
Okay.
I get the idea to do something, uh, produce big for my people, to
Okay.
tell the truth to everyone, not only for the Sikhs, not only for the Punjabi people, even for Muslims, for Hindus, and for a wider spectrum, for all over world. I want to tell the story, what happened with us, what they done with us,
Okay.
how they try to occupy our psyche and try to slave us for permanently, physically.
Understood.
Yeah.
So 30 years, the germ, obviously, it also happened to you, starting at age 14 and a half, whatnot. But so then when did you know you were going to make this thing? Like, when did it actually, when did you finish the first script? When did you get some money? When did you get some people? How long ago
Mhm.
was that?
Mhm. Uh, in the meantime, when I released from the jail, I started my further study uh, in higher education. I passed my degree in journalism, and later then I get diploma in screenwriting from Indian Film Institute. So
Okay.
I have a germ like to be a good screenwriter or a filmmaker.
Okay.
When I escaped to come here in US in 2017, I I at that time I started writing the script of the particular. Uh, One day I came to Arizona to deliver a motivation lecture in a Gurdwara uh, in my brotherhood
Okay.
about the violation of human rights in India against the Sikhs.
Hmm.
Then a person came to me, Mr. Magat, Parminder Magat, the executive producer of the Occupied Me show.
Okay.
He said he is also the victim of 1984. So we become good friends. Then they come. I told him that I have a script to about the 1984 uh, Sikh genocide occupation.
Hmm.
Then he immediately say yes,
Okay.
and given the signal to start the project immediately.
Did he
Then
have any
yeah,
say in the? Did he have any uh, or help in the creative part of the thing, or he's sort of the financier, right? Did he
he
help?
he's good motivator, and he even didn't ask any question about the spending off and the other expenditures of the project, he just say
That's a good
you,
partner. That's a
yeah,
good partner. That's very lucky to find that person.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Nobody in the film industry do like him. Yeah,
Hmm.
he's a good executive producer.
Okay.
I think one of the best.
What I saw that UNESCO, the Center for Peace, is doing something with the series. Now, did they what did they do with your series? They've
I
helped. They've
worked
mentioned it.
almost 25 years in active and mainstream journalism in India and later here in US in Punjabi news channels and other social media platforms.
Okay.
So once I participated in youth assembly session
Hmm.
of United Nations.
Okay.
So it's a project you don't uh, directly take it into any film festival or any other place. So I just started to contact with the UN Assembly and other organizations of United Nations.
Hmm.
Uh, so I approached to UNESCO Center for Peace. They are already doing in education and for the help for underprivileged person, students and young generation in all over the world.
Okay.
So I approached them. The guy Guy Jokin, who is the uh, chairman of the organization,
Hmm.
he called me and asked me to send the uh, TV show
Yep.
for them. They want to watch it, and then uh, I went there, uh, and we were sitting in the hall, and uh, when it's a 9 episode summarize and 2 hour long uh, capsule, when uh, it's it was amazing. He has tears in his eye when it ends. Oh, I don't know. He said, I don't know what happened to you people before this. Is it real?
Hmm.
Oh, yes. It based on true events.
All right.
Yeah, it based on true events.
Okay.
And, it's a good project. Keep it
Well,
up.
that you,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, then it's definitely a success getting the story out and being able to go past your community. Maybe this is something that'll be shown in schools. Who knows? As well.
Mhm.
So that is a success. But I was gonna ask, what are you trying to hope? What are you hoping? Best case scenario that you get at the end of the series. It's out there. People see it. What are you hoping to get? Are you hoping to start a dialogue with maybe the Indian government? Do you want an apology? What are you trying to, or is it just pure? Here's education. This is a thing that happened to me. I have to get it off my chest. Here it is. And once it's done, it's done.
My first goal is uh, to tell my younger generation, my next generation, what happened in actual in 1984,
Right.
because they know it, know all the events as portrayed by the government
Right.
only.
Okay.
It's their side. It's a fabricated one.
Okay.
I want to tell them in actual what happened in actual. It's my 1 point goal. It's very
Okay.
simple and straightforward.
Okay.
I don't want to earn money from this project. If we get some,
Don't tell that
then
to Raminder, please.
then we will invest it in the next season.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you
we are
have
planning.
plans for
Yeah,
more?
yeah,
Okay, 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 interesting. I know you interviewed survivors of the thing to make this series. Yes.
yes.
Okay. And so I wonder how much. how much is like fabricated, how much is fabricated events, how much is exactly what you've heard from some person, because you need to educate, but it also has to be exciting and
Mhm, mhm.
easy to watch, I suppose, or parts of it have to be easy to watch. So how much do you think, how much percent is TV like that? I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself right, but I think you
No,
got it.
no. I
Thank you.
understand
Thank
your
you. That's not
opinion,
you. That's the
what
way
you
I'm
want to
talking.
ask
I'm
me.
all
Yeah,
over the.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
It's maybe 5 to 8% TV only.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. So,
5 to 8% TV. And because I went there in Amritsar before June 1984 for a couple of weeks because my relatives, my maternal aunt, was living there, uh, very close to Golden Temple.
okay.
Uh, and when I come uh, to uh, pay my obeisance before the God Guru Granth Sahib, Vaheguru, then I just want to see Sant Jarnail Singh. Uh, Twice or thrice I went there and I listened him
Mhm.
from very near, and I I keep all the wording and all the phrases in my mind delivered by him, and
Okay.
language wise, and uh, I also pen down the dialogue of the series, and
Okay.
all the things are very close, very close.
Okay.
Uh,
Quick question. Quick.
Story,
Oh,
events, dialogues, vocabulary, and other things. I make it very accordingly.
so, sorry. Quick question to follow up on that. If it is between, you say, 5-8%, thrilling, and the rest is just fact based, then why not a documentary? Did you ever think, oh, I'll make a documentary on this? Because documentaries with recreation and with whatever, they aren't 100%. They have a view. There's a person who is, it's my story, so right
Mhm.
there it's not 100%, already.
Yeah,
So did
very
you
good
think about?
question. My
Yeah.
people also asking me to work on particular, but in 2014, 2014, I produced 40-hour uh, audio and video documentary on particular subject.
On this particular subject?
Yeah, in
Oh, cool.
60 episodes for TV and radio, and for that particular documentary named Marde Mujahid.
Okay.
You know Urdu?
I mean, I was spoken to it when I was a little kid, but explain that to me. Marde?
Mujahid. Mard
Mujahid.
ke Mujahid.
Okay.
Uh,
No, what the heck does that mean?
Means the warrior of
Oh,
his
okay.
faith, warrior of his faith.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
And Marde Mujahid Sant Jarnail Singh Pindrawale. And for that particular documentary, I interviewed more than 50 eyewitnesses,
Mhm.
and some of the Sikh scholars, uh, and who grabbed the doctorate degrees after researching in religion and history and the particular events.
Okay.
I so
So
I
you've made your documentary.
learned a lot about the events of
Of
Operation
course.
Blue Star uh,
Of course.
after
So you've
producing
made
this
your
documentary. Yeah,
you've made your documentary.
yeah.
The fact is, uh, a TV series or a movie or whatnot, it has a much wider reach.
Wider reach, and the
Just
documentary version and the dramatic version are very much different
okay.
because you can't say uh, you can't say the generation today's who are listening. Uh, other rap singers and other singers.
Mhm.
You can't make them watch the things in
Sure,
documentaries,
sure,
but
sure.
they watch dramatic version
Hmm.
usually more
Okay,
than that. They like it. They usually
okay.
watch it.
And I think,
So
yeah, nowadays with all these platforms like Netflix and this and that, people have gotten used to watching the long form TV show. Like you
yes,
know, we
yes,
can now, like I would never in my life sit down. I can't say never in my life. You can see right there is Lawrence of Arabia. That's 4 hours now. I watch that once a year, but
yeah,
but generally I will not watch a movie that's
yeah.
2.5 hours long. I'm just like, ugh. But a series, 6 hours. I don't care. I'll sit down and watch that. Very weird. It is strange. We've gotten more used to it.
Yeah.
Um, so now, how many shooting days were there? How many days did you film this?
It was 40 days scheduled time for the
That's very biblical, by the way. 40
mm,
days and
yeah,
40.
40 days.
Okay.
Every day, every minute. When you sit on the chair by making the set design and other things,
Hmm.
but it's in your mind that money meter is going on and on.
Absolutely.
You have to keep it in mind. So
Absolutely.
all the way, 40 days, a lot. We then we break it into three parts. 40 days. We shoot first part in 15 days, then second part in 15 days, then third part in 10
In
days.
10 days.
We took break 1 week each in between.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And I don't know how many actors there are who have roles, not extras, but do you know just about how many actors are in the show?
it's more than
Just a guess.
400 actors. Uh,
With roles.
yes.
400 actors with roles.
No, no, no. Including extras and other
No,
supporting actors. Yeah,
extras. Look,
yeah,
extras. God bless them. I'm asking about
yeah,
the people with lines. How many people
yeah.
about?
Uh, uh, there are 40 to 50 actors.
Okay,
They played
that's still a lot.
active role, mainstream, with the story elevation. Yeah.
Okay, now how difficult? What did you lose any actors along the way after they? Yeah, this happens to me a bit. You audition for something, you get the part. You're like, oh, you get 1 page, 2 pages, and then you read it, and you're like, wait, I don't want to. This doesn't feel. It feels wrong, or some part of me, and then it's very hard to back out. Now, did you have any actors who backed out for whatever reason, family reasons, or like political reasons that happened to
Yeah.
you?
I almost lose almost half of the cast during the shooting.
Wow. Okay.
It was only because of the they feel the pressure of Indian state
Okay.
because they want to go to India. They don't want to ban to land there in India because of this project.
Right. Okay.
So that's why it's almost 40 years. Nobody dares to produce a TV or cinematic version of this event.
Right. Okay.
This is the reason.
Okay.
So some of the actors, my main lead role actress, which is at that time Prime Minister Indira Gandhi,
Hmm.
she left the role after immediate after the reading the screenplay. She
Okay.
said, "I don't want to
Yeah.
play this role. I want."
Right. Understand. I mean, understandable.
Even other actors who were playing the role of General Arun Vaidya,
Hmm.
uh, who was also killed by the Sikhs later after the Operation Blue Star,
Okay.
uh, and General K.S. Broad, and some other important key roles. They 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 said we want to.
Right.
Then after that, immediately we erased it from Hollywood and some other uh, Indian actors living here in US and Canada.
Were they mostly Sikhs, or just it didn't it all over the place for your
Uh,
actors?
uh, Not at all. It's a
No.
mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are playing the uh, roles of Golden Temple side? They're
Hmm.
almost Sikhs.
Okay.
Even some of the young men belongs to the families who suffered during that period.
Right.
They are children of victims of that era.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
who escaped from India and took asylum here, living here in US right now.
Right.
Even they played some of the good roles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been involved in the past making films about other genocides where you had the actual victims playing well, kids of victims. You know, we're talking about something that happened in
Yeah.
1915, so you know, grandkids of, and then you feel a certain weight of the situation to be as real as you can be. You know, you have to do that. Um, so good for you to do that. Now you're working on something. You're working on something new now. Are you still working with Braminder? Is he helping on this new thing, or is it something
Yeah,
else? And can
we
you talk
are.
about it?
Uh, when we were going through the making of this series and they occupied me,
Mhm.
then we uh, mutually make an understanding that we have to work in this field in future too, because this
Okay.
field is uh, open ground. Nobody is there for competition.
Okay.
It's very open ground in our community.
Right. Okay.
We have lot of work to do. We have lot of films and TV shows to make, to tell the stories uh,
Okay.
to our people, to the world.
Right.
So we are working on that. I grabbed a feature film during this period. Somebody watched trailer of this uh, show and directly contact to me,
Yeah.
and he offered me to make a film on the event of 1914 of the Kamagata Maru, uh,
Can you
the ship
tell?
Kamagata Maru. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Now what happened on that ship? Can you give me a little
Yeah,
bit of history on that?
yeah, because uh, Canadian government and other governments at that time, because it was ruled by Britishers at that time,
Hmm.
banned Indian to enter uh,
To
their
the waters
territories.
or their land?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
So one of our guys of Punjabi and Sikh guy, Gurdit Singh, named Gurdit Singh, hired a ship,
Mhm.
a big ship. Uh, he uh, he gathered 300 400 people and took it from Malaysia, Singapore, and Kolkata from India,
Okay.
and they came to Vancouver by ship.
Okay.
He challenged the British rule by showing them that we are sovereign, we have the ship, and we can land here.
Okay.
But they didn't allow to uh, uh, enter them in
Okay. And
that territory. Yeah,
this was in 1914.
14. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Well,
So
there you go. You're just.
ship came back to Kolkata.
Mhm.
From they started the journey,
Mhm.
and then Indian British police and army are already waiting for them. When the ship came to the shore, they started firing on the travelers. Almost half
Wow.
of the travelers died at the spot at that time.
I thought they were complete British subjects at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's very strange.
Later, in the last tenure of the government, Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, apologized for the event.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
he openly uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
released a
there's more
statement in favor of that. Yeah.
more things for me to study, and you're still out uh, uh, giving history lessons in an entertaining way to people. So I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I love to work on history. Yeah, history is
Mhm.
my subject. Yeah, I love the history to work on.
Very nice. Um, Off topic. Off topic.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna not think. I've already started drawing a comic book about my grandfather's time in India, and and partition and a few of these things. So I'm working on that a little bit. I was reading a bunch of books. Then life, then life happens, and and
Mhm,
I'm like,
mhm.
when was the last time I drew a page of that? Oh my God, it was like 3 months ago. Oh no, and then you have to go back. But okay, well, so we know what's next, and we know that the show is coming out next month. It's on. You were working with the Film Hub. Is that do you is that the platform? What is the platform? Do you know the platform it's coming out on?
Actually, Film Hub is a distributor company.
Right. I
Uh,
knew when I said it,
yeah.
it was wrong. So you
Yeah.
don't. So do we know what platform just yet, or we just keep an eye out?
Uh, it's up to Film Hub, and we are releasing it
Okay.
on Satluj Network, uh,
Satluj. All
yeah,
right. I
OTT
have to get this.
platform. Yeah, it's
Okay.
worldwide, and it's the launching of Satluj Network also
Okay.
with the series.
Lovely.
We are hoping to get 1 million viewers in a month, first month. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
wonderful. So it's going to be. I'm assuming it's English and English subtitles.
yeah,
Is it
with
going to be
English
Punjabi
subtitles. Yeah,
and what Hindi?
it's almost more than 40% dialogues are already in English. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Well, it's everyone's
Because
second language.
if Prime Minister speaks in English,
Hmm.
then we kept it like that.
Okay,
She she speaks in English.
okay.
Her cabinet, her intelligence officers, all speaks in English.
Well, they very easily could have been CIA trained as well. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Yes.
um, this show, my friend Gary, it's his show, and he tries to keep this not political. It's very much film and entertainment and TV and actors. And every time I get on, when I help him, it always gets a little political. But I don't think we could help it because this is a true story. What are we going to do? What are you going to do? No, no. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah,
um, Surinder, I can see now. It doesn't feel like it, but I can see by the clock we're almost at 50 minutes. So
yeah.
I think we're gonna have to end this. Now, if you will hang out after the show just for a few more minutes, Gary does a debrief. He's not with us today, so I will try and remember what he says. Generally, I don't listen to that part. I usually apologize to the guest for saying something stupid, and then I just, get lost in thought. But so, is there anything else? Is there anything else you? Oh, how about social media and stuff? Do you have you like Twitter and this and that? Are you? How do people get a hold of you?
I am on all the social media networks, Twitter, Facebook, and other YouTube. Even
Okay.
I have near about 1 million subscriber of my YouTube channel. But
What?
unfortunately, Indian government made it removed from the platform. They removed they made pressure on the uh, company, and they removed my channel.
Understood.
So
I,
it's usually happened with the guys who want to tell their story, who want to tell the truth to their people. But there will be the times when you will want to chuck it and walk away. But we don't have the time to walk away. We always there to speak.
No, understood. And some of my favorite filmmakers are people who have had difficulties in their country of origin. There's a Chinese director who did Raise the Red Lantern and The Red Sorghum. I'm going to butcher his name, but it's Zhang Yimou, maybe. And he couldn't show his things in China, but he became very
Yeah.
famous outside, you know.
Even Steven Spielberg, the guy,
Mhm.
used this visual media and film platform to tell the stories about their people.
Okay.
So why can't we use this platform to tell the stories, tell your sentiments, tell your
Hmm.
pain,
Right.
to show your open heart? So we have to uh, be committed to our faith, our dedication.
Hmm.
We have to do something which, if we can,
Right.
so we can make things better. We can make this world better for next generation. They can save themselves. If we don't tell them what happened to their forefathers,
Hmm.
then how can they learn the things, what to do or what not to do? We
True.
have to tell them. So we want to make this world better for our next generations, better for every faith. People of
Okay.
every faith, belongs to every faith. We don't hate any religion, any faith. We respect everyone. We respect human beings. We respect humanity. We respect human rights,
Hmm.
and we are also uh, have some rights to speak, to make things, to walk, to eat, to enjoy the freedom, to enjoy the nature.
Right.
So we are living here in USA and enjoying all these things, but we're not enjoying all these things in Punjab or in India.
Okay.
So
Well, I can't follow that. Uh,
yeah.
Very well.
So Gary McLean is right. We don't want to make it political. Sure.
No, no. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I can't expand on that. I think you said it all. So I
Yeah.
will say
Yeah.
thank you again for sitting with me and telling me about the series, and also just giving me a history lesson. You know, and it was very, very interesting. And I wish you much success.
Yeah, thanks to you, Gary McLean, Genghis Khan, and Genghis Jabri, and all of the viewers. And thanks to all. And I am requesting you to watch this show, not this particular show, all the shows of Talent Talk. Thank you very much.
Ah, lovely. I appreciate that. So you stick around for a minute. We're going to end this. And now I'm going to go stop looking at you and me, and I'm going to go right into the camera and say thanks so much, guys, for watching this week's Talent Talk. And Gary will be back next week with, I believe, a rapper. So we'll figure out what that guy has to say. That'll be interesting. At any rate, and one more time, thank you, Mr. Surinder Singh, and take care, guys. See you next time. Ciao.